Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to go over 5 creepy facts about the Ouija board you probably didn't know. Starting at number 5, artists turn to the Ouija board for inspiration. Many writers over the years have turned to the Ouija board for assistance in creating new stories. Whether they've approached the board skeptically or with serious belief, great works of art have resulted. The most famous is Bedlam and Goliath, an art by the Mars Volta. The band members bought a Ouija board while travelling in Jerusalem. In their first session with the board, the band was told the story and they decided to use it as a centrepiece for their next album. Over the next few weeks, as they recorded the album, a number of terrifying things happened. The studio flooded, causing immense damage, including equipment malfunctions. An engineer had a nervous breakdown. The drummer quit and a band member's foot was seriously injured. Eventually, the band decided to bury the Ouija board rather than risk further injury. Once the board was buried, the Mars Volta were left undisturbed. And at number 4, we have Alcoholics Anonymous would never have existed without the Ouija board. In the 1930s, a man named Bill Wilson was struggling with his alcohol addiction. Told by a doctor that he had a wet brain and would therefore struggle with alcohol for the rest of his life or be killed by it, Bill had nearly given up. Then on December the 11th, 1934, Bill had a spiritual breakthrough and never drank again. Wilson had always been interested in the spiritual world and spiritualism, so he and his wife Lois went on to their Ouija board to find his next step. Wilson credited the Ouija board with telling them to reach out to other alcoholics and create his Alcoholics Anonymous group. In a letter to his advisor and priest Father Dowling, Wilson said that the spirit of a 15th century monk named Boniface had helped him come up with the proposed structure of Alcoholics Anonymous. Number 3. Multiple people have blamed the Ouija boards for their murderous actions. When you ask someone why they've done something bad, you may not expect them to say that a Ouija board told them to do it. That's just what happened in the murder of Brian Roach. Roach, a former mayor of Minco, Oklahoma, was slaughtered by his mother-in-law in 2001. The mother-in-law, Roach's wife, and his 2 daughters had been playing with a Ouija board together when the mother-in-law attacked Roach. She also tried to kill Roach's younger daughter, who she believed was also being possessed. Elsewhere in the UK, one family blamed a multitude of sins on the Ouija board. First, Paul Carroll drowned and dismembered the family dog. Then his wife took a number of prescription pills after a Ouija board session. After taking the pills, they attempted to set fire to their home. And at number 2 on our list, a jury used the Ouija board to determine a defendant's guilt. In 1993, Harriet and Nicola Fuller were murdered not long after their marriage. An insurance broker, Stephen Young, was accused of their murder. After his first trial, Young was convicted, but it soon came out that the jury had used a Ouija board to discover whether or not the man was guilty. Of course, Ouija board answers are not generally accepted in the court of law. Young was granted a retrial. He was convicted once again during the second trial and sentenced to life in prison. And last, but certainly not least on our list, at number 1, we have Eli Bond, who secured his patent with the help of the Ouija board. According to the Ouija legend, Bond's invention named itself. In addition, it also helped Bond to secure the patent he needed to make his fortune on the planchette board. When Bond and his sister-in-law Helen Peters went to apply for their patent, the officer in charge at the dispersion of patents was at best sceptical, so the officer asked them to prove that the board really worked by asking it his name. Bond and Peters, with the help of the Ouija board, were able to discover the officer's name and he granted them the patent for the board. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll catch you in the next one.